Hello friends! Welcome to today's video, and guys, we're gonna be horny today. I promise that sounded very weird. We're not gonna be that weird, but here's the thing. I love making my tier videos. I've made a couple and they're so fun for me, and I haven't done them in a very long time because I'll forget for like 2 weeks, and I'll forget after those 2 weeks, it'll just leave my brain, and I'll forget for like 2 more months. But I remembered. The memories came flooding back. And I went on the tier maker website. I decided to be lazy today. Usually I make like my own tier list for my own funsies. I'm feeling lazy, but I found one. I found a wild one. I found a weird one, actually. It's Smash or Pass, but like tier list version with different degrees of Smash. I'm so excited. I'll put the actual tier list in the description. You can do it if you want to. I'm gonna make like slight tweaks to it, specifically the bottom tier, but let's get some disclaimers out of the way first, okay? First, I'm gonna be honest in this video, okay? There are some K-pop idols that I find very attractive. There are some K-pop idols I don't find very attractive. I'll just leave it at that. So, like, you're gonna get fully unbiased opinions about the various men. I noticed the way they did it when they made this tier list is they basically just took, like, a bunch of groups, threw all the members in there. They have interesting groups. Like, Block B's in this tier list, which is gonna be interesting. I have not thought about those men in a very long time, but it's gonna be a wild one. But you're getting opinions, okay? That's the main thing of this little ramble. You're getting opinions. You can disagree with all of them, and that's fine. Okay, here's my screen. I did some slight tweaking to the tiers. I took a couple out because there are like 10 tiers in the original, but I took a couple out. I added one at the bottom. Actually, you know what? While I'm here, let's go over the tiers, okay? At the bottom tier, we have I'd Sooner Jump. This is for a certain breed of men where it's like passing is too light of an action. Like, I would sooner literally jump off a roof than even so much as speak to you. You're gonna understand why the men I chose to put in this tier are in this tier. You'll get it when we get to them. But yeah, that's the bottom tier. Next is Pass. Like, it's a pretty obvious one. Pass. I unfortunately am a horny gremlin. So yeah, the bestie likes to joke that the horny demons possess me from time to time. And there probably won't be very many men in Pass, okay? Then it's just Date. I feel like this one's self-explanatory. Like, we'd go out for, like, a nice dinner. Like, maybe, like, a peck at the end, okay? Make out. I feel like, honestly, I'm changing this one. I'm adding one word. Drunken makeout. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not, like, the biggest makeout person. Like, it's not my favorite thing to do. A drunken makeout is fun. A drunken smash is also fun. Then there's Smash. This means, like, day or night, anytime, absolutely. Rail is just like Smash 2.0. Annihilation. This is for the men that have me in a very specific kind of chokehold. Like, their every action would have me reeling. It's a specific breed of man. You'll understand why I put them where I do. Also, for the record, yes, I know. Is there any group on here that I don't actually stan? Let me make sure. I don't think so. I think all of them are groups that I stan. Or at least used to. So I have various feelings about all these men. I'm gonna try and just keep it with, like, at its core, the horny vibes, because I feel like that's the vibes for today. So we're gonna try and just keep it based off literally Smash or Pass. Okay, first up is SHINee. I have a complex relationship with SHINee. For the unaware, I'm like the biggest SHINee, maybe not the biggest anymore, but I used to be like the biggest SHINee stan, and even now I am a massive SHINee stan. I would like to say one of my most formative lived experiences is seeing SHINee live. So, like, I have complex relationships with all of them. Like, Key, for example, I don't see Key as a sexual being, but I would absolutely go on, like, a nice date with Key. Like, we would kiki over dinner, we'd probably get fancy cocktails and make fun of the other people in the restaurant. Minnow, here's the thing. Minnow is objectively my least favorite member of SHINee, okay? However, he is absolutely drunk at Smash. Like, I'm sorry. I have to be honest in this video. Like, have you seen that man? Absolutely. I don't think I would smash him in the right state of mind. But if I was drunk enough, I'd do it. Jinky, I'm sorry, I'm passing. That's my dad. Like, that's Papa to me. He's not a sexual being to me. Absolutely not. I'm passing. I'm sorry to Jinky. Taemin, honestly, pre his latest solo concert, I would probably put him somewhere different, but now I think so. The videos, maybe no. No, Annihilation's a bit much, but I'll put him in rail. The videos of that concert are burned into my mind. That video where he's like in the open jacket thing and he's walking and they pull it off. I could draw you a flip book of that. Okay, I don't think you understand how often I've seen that clip and the deepest of levels to which it got to me. We've already hit Bangtan, and I was an ARMY. Like, Bangtan was the first K-pop group I got into. I have a lot of emotions about all these men, but I feel like I'm gonna piss a lot of people off with my various opinions. For starters, I'm passing. I'm sorry. I understand the girls are very, very horny for Namjoon. I get it. But also, it's not for me. I will decline. Jin, I'm putting in drunken makeout. I think I would have a fun time, like, with a drunken makeout with Jin. But I think that's kind of it. Like, I don't think I'd want to go further than that. I think that's where my limit is. Yoongi, honestly, I'll put Yoongi in a date. I want to pick his brain more than anything else. Like, I don't have sexual feelings towards him. But I would love to just, like, dissect his mind and talk about life. I feel like it would be a very interesting conversation. Hoseok, I think I'd pass. No, I'll put him in drunken makeout with Jin. I think, yeah, he's gonna stay there, but, like, I'm putting him in pass, I'm sorry. I'm pass. Like, his face doesn't do it for me, okay? Jimin, I'd smash. Absolutely. I have no regrets. I have no qualms about that statement. Like, for sure. Definitely a smash. Tae, I'm trying to think. He's definitely not at date levels. I think drunken smash, and hear me out. I got into Bangtan in 2015. Much of my formative memories of this man are him being extremely, for lack of a better term, obnoxious. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my annoying faves. The bestie and I literally joke that I stand the annoying men. But I feel like with him, if I was of sound mind, I would probably get pissed off by something he said. So, like, I'll go drunken makeout or drunken smash. But, like, that's it. Jungkook, I think I'm willing to put in Annihilation. I am. Maybe I said he was my first fave in K-pop, and that's just very formative for me. But also, I've seen a lot of things said about this man. Both, like, things I would agree with, things I would be down for, and things that scare me. And while the things that scare me, I stand by, y'all need therapy. The things that I would agree with, like, Jungkook could get it. I'm gonna be so honest, I just spent like a full minute judging the order they put the 17 members in, because it's such a weird way to order them. Because, like, it's not by age, it's not by you. I'm just confused. Anyway, first is Mingyu. Mingyu's also for sure going in Annihilation. Yeah. If you remember where you were when the Mingyu breast pictures dropped, then you'll understand me on a deep level, because absolutely 100% without a doubt. June, the thing with June is I would also like to go on a date with him and pick his brain, but I would also smash. Like, have you seen that man? Absolutely. Okay, Scoops is going to be an interesting comparison. You remember how I said that Jinky was my father? Like, that's Papa? Scoops is giving daddy and absolutely would drunkenly smash. I don't think I'd do it in sound mind, because I think if I was of sound mind, I'd be like, no, that's Scoops. But, like, if I'm drunk, I'd be down. Wonu, I'm gonna piss a lot of people off with this one. I'm passing. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't think Wonu's attractive. He is. He just has a certain vibe to him that I feel like would not make me enjoy the sex. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. Seokmin, I'm going to put in Smash as well, simply because I have vivid memories of him wilding at the latest 17 concert I attended, and it was very formative for me. Ming Hao is going with Yoongi specifically, and also Key. Like, he's going in date. But I feel like it's similar to Yoongi, where, like, I just want to understand his mind far more than I would like to have sex with him. Like, I would forego the sex to have, like, a very deep philosophical conversation with that man. Jonghan, I have to be objective. Like, objectively, I would smash Jonghan. He's very pretty. But he's also not my type at the same time. I have the most complex feelings about 17. Actually, no, I have very complex feelings about a lot of groups on this list. But 17 in particular is, like, a weird one, because I've stanned them for so long. Like, I remember debut era Jonghan. So, like, it's complex, but I'm putting him in Smash because, like, he is objectively really pretty. Seungkwan, I almost put a Netsuno jump. He's not that bad, but I would pass, absolutely. I'm sorry. He annoys me. Like, he's like Tae, only he's still like that. he would absolutely like make the stupidest joke in the middle of sex, and I would be like, you need to leave. Like you can change outside. I don't care, but you need to be out of this room right now. So there's that. Also, I am not in any way attracted to Seungkwan. Like, not in a mean way. He's just not my type. And it's a pass. Ichan is another annihilation for me. Fun fact, so the first time I saw 17, it was pre-COVID for sure. I think it was 2019, maybe? I don't know. I saw 17 live the first time they came to Seattle. And there's a quote in Me and the Besties phones, at least in one of them, about screaming about Ichan's ass in the parking lot. That man, he is cheeked up for sure. Also, I feel a lot of things for him. I've noticed a certain type of man that I like, and Ichan is that man. Jisoo, I would drunkenly make out with for sure, but I don't think I would go so far as to smash. I feel like that's a bit further than I would be willing to go. I did, to be fair, have a deep existential moment for this man, but the modern day version of Simon, that's about it. Jihoon is a complex one, because I feel like I'd be the Seungkwan in what I was saying about Seungkwan. Like, I would say something annoying. The difference is Jihoon is a violent being. I've seen many clips of it. And I feel like he would castrate me in the middle. So I'm going to put him on dates simply out of fear. But I like him a lot. So I'd like, he's going in date, but it's like, it's self-preservation. Hosh, absolutely. Like, without a doubt, I have no qualms about saying it. The bestie even knows about this. Like, for sure, Hosh is a rail. Hansel, I'm going to put in drunken makeout simply because I think that would be his strong suit. Like, I feel like he has the vibes of a guy who's very, like, a fun drunken makeout, but that's about it. Like, again, like with Jisoo, I don't want to go further than that. We have our first, I'd sooner jump. I would sooner jump than have sex with Luhan in the modern day. Like, absolutely not. No, like, 0% chance. I would sooner jump. Tao, I'm going to put in a simple pass. I feel like there's lore about him that I'm forgetting that would definitely affect my decision because I don't think about him anymore. But I'm going to put him in pass. I'll leave it there. Chris, I would sooner jump. I don't think I need to elaborate on that one. Ugh. It's time for, like, the EXO members that I really feel strongly about. Okay, first, Kyungsoo. I think Kyungsoo is a smash. I do. I feel like that's a controversial opinion because I feel like Kyungsoo was bald for so damn long that, like, no one understands him like I do, but I get him. I do, and I'm putting him in smash. Jongin is absolutely annihilation. I feel like this is one where I really don't have to defend it. Like, I think we're kind of all on the same page with this one, like, for sure. Chanyeol, I'm debating between drunken makeout and drunken smash. I definitely couldn't do it sober, but I think I would be willing to make out. I think that's my hard line. I don't think I'd be going far enough to smash, but I do think a makeout would be fun. Mr. Baekhyun, I'm putting in rail. I don't think he's annihilation level anymore. Like, when he was peak twink era, absolutely. But in the modern day, I think he's a rail. I think that's where he's gonna live. Jongdae, I'd go on a date with Jongdae. I do. I think it would be fun. I don't think I would go any further simply because that is a married father of two. And, like, the modern day Simon has qualms about that. But there's definitely a part of me that would go further, but the moral parts of me would hold it back. We're staying in date. Minsuk, I think I'd drunkenly smash. I do. I think I would be able to get that far. I don't know what it is about him. Like, again, he's another one where, like, I think sober Simon would take issue, but drunken Simon would be fine. Sehun, I think do I want to put him in real? No, he's gonna go and smash. I think it would be fun. I feel like, I don't want to put this in a way that doesn't sound insane. Sehun has the vibes of a bitch who knows how to fuck. And I feel like that's all I need to say. Junmyeon is also gonna go in date. Like, that's borderline dad. But it's enough that I think I would actually... No, yeah, he's going to stay there. I thought about moving him up another tier. He's going to stay there. I think a nice date would be fun. He's rich, so, like, he'd take me somewhere bougie. But that's about it. Oh my god, it's Lay. I have not thought about this man in a while. Apparently he's coming back, by the way. Apparently he's releasing a single. I heard that yesterday. As for where I would put him... I feel like I don't know him anymore, so I'm going to pass. Like, that's my logic behind it. I think the modern day versions of both Simon and Yixing are like, I don't know that man. So, like, I'm declining. Alrighty, Monsta X time. Changkyun, I'd drunkenly make out with him. I don't think I'd be willing to fuck, but I'd drunkenly make out with him. Minhyuk, meanwhile, where do I want to put him? Minhyuk is a man I've had a complex relationship with. I think, no, I'd go on a date. but I think that's it. I don't view him as a sexual being, so a date's about the limit. Shonu, smash, for sure, definitely. I don't think I have to explain. Juhan, however, I will pass. That man, can we have honesty time? I'm always honest on this channel. We're having honesty time. That man annoys me a lot to the extent that I don't even think I could do date. Like, it would just piss me off. Hyungwon to me reminds me of Jonghan in the vibes. I'm putting him in Smash as a result. Like, objectively, he's very, very pretty, but I just don't have the same vibes with him that I do with other idols. Kihyun is a date. Kihyun's another one. I don't view him as I just noticed actually that it's true for both of the besties faves in Monsta X. I don't view them as sexual beings. Like, they're kind of just there to vibe, and they can both be in date together. Lastly is Wano. Now, Wano is a hard one, because I've literally seen that man's balls. At one point, both a version of Simon and a version of Wano would go in Annihilation. However, in the modern day, I think he's only in Smash. I think he's too big. Like, there are certain men where you are so large that it fills me with terror and fear. And he's, like, right up at that limit. Alright, Stray Kids time. I would like to stress, Stray Kids is the group on here that I like the least and know the least about. So please keep that in mind. But Jongin, I'd pass. I think I would pass. I feel like a lot of the discourse around him, from my time on Twitter at least, was like early in the Stray Kids career when he was a child. And I feel like that's the only way I can really see him, so I'm putting him in pass. Minnow, do I want to put him in rail? I think he's really hot, but I think I will put him in Smash. I don't think he's at rail level simply because I don't know him. If I understood his mind better, I might move him up. Mr. Han Ji-sung, I'd drunkenly make out with him. I think I would. I think I'd be willing to cross that line, but I don't think I'd be able to cross any others. Felix? Here's the thing with Felix, okay? I feel like the stays tell me of the Felix vibes, and the Felix vibes would have him high, but then I have my own interpretations of Felix, and the Felix that I interpret is just a being I don't really care about. So, like, I think I'll put him, like, dead center. I'll put him in Drunken Smash, because I feel like I would do it before I would fuck Jisung, but that's about it. Bangchan is a pass. I will not be defending this position. You all just have to trust me that I am correct. Hyunjin is going with the other girls where, like, objectively they are giving, but I just don't care, and that's that. Seungmin, I like Seungmin, so I'd go on a date with him, but I don't think I would even be willing to make out with him. Like, I feel like he's just a bestie. Like, he's just a bro. He's just a dude. And I feel like that's the perfect tier for him. Changbin, meanwhile, I am also passing. I will decline. From the lore that I've heard, he is a very strong man, and that scares me. Jackson, meanwhile, I am also going to decline because he annoys me on a deep existential level. So I will be declining sex with Mr. Jackson. J-Bomb, I would drunkenly make out with him. Would I drunkenly smash? I think I might drunkenly smash. I'll put him in drunkenly smash. Jin Young is a date. Again, I've noticed actually a lot of the besties faves are in this tier where I just don't view them as sexual beings, and Jin Young is definitely one of them. Bam Bam, okay. I feel like to explain my positioning of Bam Bam, you need to understand I got into GOT7 just before Just Right came out. So, like, when I was a Bam Bam stan. Like, back when he was a full-fledged infant fetus and had, like, the smushiest cheeks. And then I was a Bam Bam stan again once he finished, like, the puberty truck that hit him during Just Right era. And he was cunting, so cuntily. And then he just kind of got really annoying to me. So I'm putting him in pass. He gets a Jackson. But I feel like I needed to defend that position a little more. Yugyeom, I will put in Drunkenly Smash with J-Bum once he goes down there. Thank you. I will put him in there because I feel like Yugyeom's another one of those girls that, like, probably knows how to fuck. But he's also Yugyeom to me, and I couldn't do it sober. Youngjae, I don't want to pass on Youngjae because he doesn't bother me in the way that a lot of the recent men that have been down there bother me. So I will put him in date. Like, I feel like a date with Youngjae could be a fun time, but I don't view him sexually. Mark Twan is another drunken smash for sure. If we were talking pre-Calvin Klein ad, I might have felt different, but this is the modern day, and that's where he's going. Alrighty, it's time for our Coachella voice. First up is Yuno. I will go on a date with Yuno. That I will commit to doing, but that's about it. Mingi, I think I could do it if I was drunk. I think I could go far enough to smash, but only whilst drunk. Like, I feel like I wouldn't stop at making out, but I definitely couldn't do it sober. Songhwa is, yeah, he's a smash. I thought about putting him in rail. No, he's not that level for me, but he's a smash. Sorry, I had to zoom out. I could no longer see the men. Anyway, Jongho, I think I would drunkenly make out with him, but I think that's about it. Wooyoung, however, Wooyoung is getting rail. He is, like, I feel like Wooyoung Twink Death didn't hit me in the way San Twink Death did, because Wooyoung still has his twinkalicious natures, so he can go in rail. You know what, we just talked about him. We're going slightly out of order. San is next. Twink era San, like peak Twink era San to like the beginning of Mask era San. I would also put him in Smash, maybe even rail. In the modern day, I think he's too big, so I will put him in Smash, but like it's like the lower end of Smash. Anyway, back to the order is Hongjung. I will decline Hongjung, and that is all I have to say on the matter. Yeosung, however, is also a smash, for sure. I like him, depending on his hair. I feel like his hair is too up in the air for me to consistently make a statement. So I will put him in smash regardless of the hair, but if the hair is good, he can go up to rail. Okay, we've reached B2B. B2B Minhyuk, that's Penyo. You know what, we'll do Penyo while I have him. He's a pass. I need him to have hair, and until that day comes, I will decline. Anyway, now Minhyuk. Minhyuk's Annihilation. Yeah, for sure. That is not a position I feel like it's similar to Jongin. I don't think I need to defend that stance. Like, I think we all kind of get it. And here's the thing. I don't know what he's up to now, you know, post-prison sentence. But I remember what he was, and what he was a smash. Changsub, can I say something kind of mean? Changsub's got a weird face, so I don't think I'd fuck, but I would date. Like, I would go on a date with him. Sungjae, however, his vibes give off annoying, and that is enough for me to decline. And Kwang, I will put in date again. I feel like he's like Changsub, where, like, he's not my type, but I would be down for a date. Hyunshik is a rail. That man is beautiful. I remember when I first got into BTOB, and I was telling the bestie, I was like, I don't understand, because there were all these lists where it's like idols that are like the best visuals ever, and Hyunshik was never on that list, and I never understood it. Like, this man is stunning. Okay, we have reached NCT. I would like to stress every member of NCT is in this list, okay? With that stated, Taeyong is definitely a drunken smash. Like, I feel like he is similar in the sense of I feel like he would be like a good fuck, but I can't get past the fact that it is Taeyong. I am aware this image says Kun. That is fully Taeya, and I will go on a date with Taeya. I will not have sex with Taeya, but we can have a date, and maybe if he's kind, he can get a peck at the end of the night. Johnny, I feel like I need like a blackout drunk makeout section, because that's where he would go. I will put him in drunken makeout, but like, I feel like I would have to be really drunk. Yuta's a chill dude, but I don't think I'd do anything sexual with him. IRL Kun, same thing. Like, he's a nice guy. I think I'd drunkenly make out with Kun. I think it could be a fun time, but I feel like that would be my hard limit. As for Doyoung, again, he's one of the besties faves, and I don't view him as a sexual being, but I would absolutely date him, like, extensively, exclusively. Like, we would have a sexless marriage. 10... On the one hand, 10 in the modern day does kind of annoy me, but also I am 100% sure he would be an excellent fuck. Jaehyun, meanwhile, Annihilation. I feel like there is a trend in the top now that I look at it where it's like the ones everyone would agree on and then Ichan. But Jaehyun, yeah, anytime, any day, whatever he wants. Win-Win, same thing. Like, anytime, any day. I don't care what he wants to do. I have like 2 hard limits and that's it. The rest of it, anything goes. Jungwoo is a rare besties fave where I do in fact like put him above date. He would go in drunken smash. I feel like I don't think I would put him in regular smash, but a drunken smash I would be okay with. Lucas, I would sooner jump. Again, I think we all kind of get it. Mark Lee. Oh, Mark Lee, where do I put you on this goddamn list? I have so many emotions about this damn man for reasons that don't make sense. I think I would smash, but only whilst drunk, and I think that's okay. I had to zoom out again. Anyway, Xiaojun is another drunken smash. Again, like, he's the bestie's fave, but in a vibe that's similar to Jungwoo, so I stand by them being in the same tier. Hendry, I'm gonna be honest, I think I would pass. I do. I don't see him as a sexual being, mostly because I'm not the biggest wavy fan. Also, from what little wavy content I've seen, I feel like he would get on my nerves very quickly, so I'm gonna leave him down there. Renjun is another date one, but it's similar to like the OG dates where I want to pick your brain. Like, I want us to have like an 18-hour date where we start at breakfast and we end at midnight, and we're just talking about life and God and society the entire time. Jeno! Are we surprised? We shouldn't be. Hatchan! What would I do? Because this is my man. Like, this man is my man. And I don't know what I'd do with him. And I feel like that's kind of bad. I think I'm gonna put him in... yeah, he's gonna go in Drunken Smash. He is very annoying. And he would absolutely make cringy jokes both during and after. So I think I would need to be a little bit inebriated, but I would be mostly sober sex. Jamin... I'm not putting him in Annihilation. I had to think about it. But he's gonna go in Rail. Again... I feel like he's a little too unpredictable to fully be top tier, but he's definitely in Rail. Yang, I'm putting Yang with 10. They actually remind me of each other a good amount, and I feel like the vibes are the same, so they're going in the same tier. Shotaro, I'm gonna put in a Drunken Smash. Like, he's a dancer, so it would probably be fun, but I feel like he would be a little too annoying sober. Sungchan, meanwhile, is just a straight up smash for sure. That man is gorgeous. He's stunning. My one complaint about his face is that he looks like too many people depending on the angle. Like, you change the camera angle by like 1 degree and suddenly he looks like a totally different person and it just jars me. Channel, am I allowed to say I would date Channel but exclusively for the money? Like, I don't think I would fuck Channel, but I would absolutely let him be my sugar daddy. Jisung, do I speak? Do I want to objectively state where I would put Park Jisung? I will. I'll let the Citizens come for me. I'm putting Jisung in Smash. I am. He's 22 at this point. Like, I know there are girls out there that are like, Jisung is a child. How dare you? Like, there are still people who say that when, like, Jisung smut is posted. I think Jisung is 22 and a dancer and a whole ass person. Like, let him fuck. I'm gonna be honest. When I made this video, like, when I decided to do this, I did not know VIXX was on this list, but first up we have Hakyeon. Hakyeon is a date. That is my mother. That is mom. Okay, like, Hakyeon is my milfy poo in without the F. Like, he's my millie poo, okay? Like, he is my mother I like, and I love, and I will not be having sex with that man. Hyuk is a surprising rail. I'm a Hyuk stan. I remember vividly chained up Hyuk and the impact it had on my psyche. And anyone who's seen that music video will understand why I put him in Rail. Hongbin. I would smash Hongbin. He is very hot, and I think I'd be willing to do it. Taekun, meanwhile, I will pass. I feel like Taekun's heart would not be in the sex, ignoring the fact that, like, I don't know the sexuality of any of these men, but, like, I feel like Taekun's the type of guy where, like, he will fuck his wife and no one else. And you know what? I respect that for him, so I will politely decline. Jaehwan, I would drunkenly make out with him. I think that is my limit. If the vibes are right, he could be a drunken smash, but for the most part, he's a drunken makeout. As for Ravi, I think I'm going to pass, actually. There was a time in my life... No, because I've seen Ravi live, and it was kind of life-changing, so I will put him in Drunken Smash, I mean. But I feel like it is only because I saw him in real life. Like, I had VIXX High Touch whenever they went to KCON, and it was a bit life-altering, so I do need to appreciate that about him. Alright, ladies, it's hag time. It's time for 2 p.m. First up, Juno. I'm gonna actually put him in Rail. I think Juno is very attractive. I did have a moment both for this man, and actually for all the members of 2 p.m., but specifically for this man. I'm just, he's giving. Taekyeon, I will decline sex with Taekyeon. Actually, also Chansung. And also, while we're here, I will decline Nikun. They're not my type. And also, I believe definitely Chansung is married. I feel like Taekyeon got married, but I could be making that up. Anyway, I did intentionally skip Uyang. Uyang is a drunken smash. Yeah, I can't explain it, but I feel like that's the right place for him. Minjun, I will also put in Drunken Smash simply because he's objectively kind of hot, but not enough that I like him. Also, while we're in the era of everyone getting called out for their awful live singing, I remember when he came back with whatever album he came back with, I think it was in 2016, and he did like a live stage on Inkigai or something, and it was horrible. And I was watching with the bestie, and we were both just like, it's giving something for sure. Anyway, Jay Park, I assume is here as a former member of 2PM. Jay Park is the only non-criminal I will be putting in I'd Sooner Jump. Yeah, absolutely not. You know what, on the topic of criminals, again, I don't think I have to defend this stance. Okay, now let's talk about the valid members of B.A.P. First, Youngjae. Youngjae is a smash. I think I'm willing to say that. Maybe it's that I was a Daehyun stan, which means I have, by definition, read a lot of fic that involves Youngjae. So in spite of the fact that he is the bestie's fave, I think he is a smash. Junyoung, I feel like that's Jungkook. We'll do Jungkook instead. Jungkook, I feel like it's actually like Robbie. Where did I put Robbie? Robbie was a drunken smash. Jungkook is a drunken smash. Live Jungkook, because I saw B.A.P. live as well. Live Jungkook was extremely life-changing to the extent that now when me and the bestie see someone live, we'll literally be like, who will be the Jungkook? Like, who will be that member that we didn't think was giving everything visually, and then you see them live and it's like, they are the most gorgeous human you've ever laid eyes on. Now let's talk Junyoung. Junyoung, I feel like at a certain point, I would have put him higher. The modern day version of him, I will simply putting in Drunken Makeout, because I think I don't like his tattoos. That's really what it is. A lot of his tattoos I don't enjoy looking at, and I feel like as long as he keeps his clothes on, I'm fine. Daehyun. Like, again, this is my man. This used to be like my #1 man overall, and the thing is, I don't think I'd put him higher than Date. I think he would, I don't want to say be underwhelming, but I feel like it would not live up to my expectations and my dreams, so I'm going to put him in Date. Jonghyuk, meanwhile, absolutely a rail. I feel like Jonghyuk's like Hyunchi, where whenever people list like the best visuals in K-pop, like granted this was 5+ years ago, but no one ever brought up Jonghyuk. And Jonghyuk is so just absolutely gorgeous, at least like once he, you know, grew up, because he was really young when he debuted. But once it was like 2015, 2016, absolutely giving everything. Okay, we got to Block B, and we're going to power through some of these. I'm passing Tae, and I'm passing Park Kyung, and Zico I will date for the money exclusively, but there will not be any sexual anything during the night. Like, absolutely not. But I expect you to take me to like a 12-star restaurant that costs $80 to $2,000 a plate. Who does that leave me with in Block B? Oh, I'm also passing, and I'm passing. Yukwon, I think, was the only hot one in the group, if I'm being honest. Like, at least by my standards, he was the only hot one. And even so, I'm only going to put him in Drunken Smash because I don't really know this man that well. But, like, he is giving facially, or at least he was during my time as a Block B stan, so that's where he can go. Last group, iKON. Bobby, I will put in pass because he is a father, and to me, that's a bit weird. Plus, like, I can go without Bobby Dick. Hanbin, I feel like Hanbin has been truly everywhere psychologically to me. In the modern day, I will decline. Jinwon is a rail. Do we remember the era when Jinwon was kind of just like hareming with the YG male collective? He was like clubbing with Jinu. He was, all of iKON were in love with Jinwon, for the record. That is a hill I will die on. Every member of that damn group had the biggest crush on him. Maybe not Chanu, but the others were in love with him. He was hareming with the entire YG collective. He was wilding, and he's going in rail. Yoonhyung. I think I'd go on a date with him. I do, but I think it's about it. Okay, final three. Junwei, I would drunkenly smash Junwei, but that's about it. Chanu, I will pass on Chanu. And Donghyuk, I will also I'd drunkenly make out with him. I don't think I'd fuck. Okay, we did it. This took substantially longer than I was expecting it to. Maybe because when I eyed the list, it felt way shorter. I didn't think through the fact that just by having all the members of like 17, EXO, and NCT, that right there is like 40 people. But this was really fun, and I hope you liked it. But anyway, that was the tier list. It was an adventure for sure. I feel like I learned a lot about myself. Did the horny demons come to possess me? Not really. But, like, it was a fun time. I had fun with it. I hope you did too. And if you did, feel free to like and subscribe. Or don't. I'll be okay either way. You can also comment your various thoughts on my various statements. You can yell at me for calling your man ugly and passing. I don't know. You can comment whatever you want. You can also go to the description where I will put this tier list because it's a fun time. You can do it if you want to. But yeah, that's kind of all I got for you. So thank you again for watching.